Alright, hey guys. Today I want to make a redo video of my TaoTao 50cc scooter overview. And, so yeah, let's get started. First, let's take a look around it. Alright, so let's first start up here. We have this is the speedometer right here. And with the speedometer, you have kilometers in white and miles per hour in yellow. So essentially it goes up to about 50 miles an hour on the speedometer. I've reached about 45 going down my little street I live on. And it accelerates pretty quickly, especially when you're going downhill a little bit. But when you're going uphill, it lags a little bit with starting up. Right here we have the throttle. This is the front brake, which bites really hard. It's actually the disc brake. It's a really good biter, and it holds you. It stops you really quickly. Now the left brake, the front wheel locked up when this happened a few days ago, and this bit fell off. So the bit which I do have, I just need to glue it back on. But that's the rear brake. Let's see here. We have the kill switch just in case you get into an accident, which it's off right now. If I were to turn it on, I could start the engine, but the keys aren't in the ignition right now. Then I have the starter button. And right here we have the low and high beam setting. Turn signals. Which the thing with the turn signals are, the bike's not on so you're not going to see it or anything. But the thing with turn signals on a scooter are, it doesn't disengage when you've made the turn. You've got to reset it yourself by, like, let's say I push the right turn signal. I could just flip it back a little bit and it'll work, or I could push this button in the center or disengage. This is the horn right here. And yeah, so right here we have two openings where I could, put a drink or my phone or something like that. I have the two grocery hooks on here. Let's wait for it to focus. One here and one right here. And yeah, so, and then there's the ignition switch right there. It has a good feature on it, which I think all scooters have on it. Which let me show you the keys. This is one of them. Another one's in a safe in the house. And you stick the key in. It's called steering wheel lock. I bet you a lot of you guys have heard about it before. Put the steering wheel all the way to the left. Push the key in. Twist it to the left. And now the steering wheel is completely locked, and it's not going to twist. So if somebody were to get the bike, it's going to be really difficult for them to transport it, because they have to move it, or move the steering wheel, and they couldn't drive it because, well, they don't have the key, nor do they have they can't unlock the steering wheel. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to hotwire this thing if you knew what you were doing and you had the time. I mean, you'd have to unscrew this whole panel and then cut some wires and stuff. But I mean, it's not like difficult like a car. But that's why if I would park this, I'd park it like in a with it where a lot of people go, so it will look a little awkward for somebody to be doing that. Anyways, so down here we have a little floorboard, which we have this, which is the battery. And by the way, I wanted to say that this is a TaoTao atm50-50cc scooter. So this floorboard doesn't lock in really good. As you can see, if I were to take this little nub right here, try to push it in, it will go in, but it wouldn't work out. This is the left turn, or right turn signal, and this is the left turn signal. This is, I guess, a little light that indicates that the scooter's on. The headlight. let's see here. Ooh, just dropped the lens cap. No biggie. Oh wait, this is my house key. Never mind. This is the keyhole where you open the seat up. Get focus on that. Stick the key in, twist it, and it opens up. Now with this in here, by the way, this is the carburetor right here, and I don't like that it pushes out that far, but what are you gonna do? This is enough space to store a small helmet. Now, I'm talking about small helmet like this. Now, I need to get like a face shield or something, because by Virginia law, you have to have some sort of protection over your eyes, unless you have a windshield. So, but yeah, that will fit in here, as well as what I also will keep in here. The owner's manual, which it's actually pretty funny. If you were to look at a picture, you can see that the people are headless. I keep a pair of old sunglasses in here. Now I bought this scooter with about 250 kilometers on it on the speedometer. It only shows kilometers on the speedometer. But it included this toolkit, which includes some wrenches and a screwdriver. I always keep my trusty flashlight in here. And of course, this was in my scooter. And I keep a bike lock that if I were to ever go out. By the way, I'm not 16 yet. I turn 16 in a few days, but when I do this, I would try to lock this into the spokes of the tire, and because this can't loop through the spokes of the tire, this 15-foot cable, which I have a good lock for, I'm going to be getting on. So yeah, that's what I keep in my in the seat. And one thing with this is that you can't keep anything hot in here, because the engine and everything's under there and it gets kind of hot, as it says on this label. Close this. And back here, take the key. They have the gas thing over here, but it requires the key so nobody can siphon your gas. Stick your key in, twist it, and then there's the gas right in there. Try to focus it here. I think you get it. Back here we have. I actually made this myself and my dad. This is a rack that you would put, a trunk on, but it didn't come with a trunk, and I would have never used it because the trunks. It's a cheap piece of plastic that anybody can screw from the bottom, and with the key, it's like you don't even really need the key. It looks so easy to open with those things. They're just so cheap, and I wouldn't want it anyways. It's just too bulky. So we decided to put this fishing rod rack on here. Holds 2 rods, of course. We use PVC piping, and yeah, I think it turned out great. And we used a 1/2-inch piece of plywood, and it looks great. Right here, this is the brake light and the turn signals. Right here is where you put a steering wheel on, but until then, I have 2 stickers on here. The Apple sticker, of course. Right now I'm all Team Apple, but I plan to get an Android. And GoPro sticker. I am a big fan of GoPros. And yeah, so let's get a look now at the center stand and the kickstand. So center stand, it is all down under here. You just kick it down. Now this bike weighs about a good 225, 250, so it's pretty heavy, and it's kind of hard to push the center stand down sometimes. But this is the center stand, which the back wheel is above the ground, so I could rev my engine. And then there's the kickstand right here. Just flips down like that. And this is the kickstart, which I'll demonstrate. Now, speaking of starting, let's start the bike up. Now you take the key, stick it in, turn it on, and then the gas gauge goes on, and as you can see, you got 604 kilometers on it. So you turn the kill switch off, or it's on, and you have to hold down one or both brakes. So I'm going to hold down the front brake and do it with one hand. it generally doesn't take that long to start up, but there we go. And now you can see that the back wheel sometimes starts spinning. It's not a bad thing, it's just that it's warming up, so it spins, but it will go down. Alright, now let's go to demonstrate the kickstart. So we pull this thing out. Now this will be if the battery dies on their bike, and you know, it's just a tool that and then there we go. Now, oh, by the way, let me demonstrate the horn real quick. And we got the turn signals, which I added these buzzers because originally they don't make noise, and it'll just keep annoying me until I turn them off, because like I said, they don't turn off on their own. Anything else? Yes, with this bike, I've only had to fill it up about maybe. I've had this bike. I would take it out. Like I said, it had about 275 kilometers. Actually, no, 300 kilometers. That's 325 kilometers. Now, I've taken it to 604 kilometers in like 2 weeks, and I've only had to fill it up about twice, if that. So it's very good on gas. So it's definitely a plus when it comes, if you need something that, if you don't have a lot to spend on gas, this will definitely be good, but you got to get the premium gas. It'll make your engine last longer. And by the way, this bike goes for around, I don't know, I bought this for $550, almost new, but they start off at $649 from provenpowersports.com. That includes free shipping. It's not assembled, I don't think, but if you want the assembled ones, you can go on Craigslist. You can find them for about $700-800. They already been, inspected, to make sure everything's tightened and stuff. So yeah, this is my TaoTao atm50-a1 scooter. That's it.